how to attach the ink ribbon to an Imperial 65 model. This inferior applies to the 66 model as well. First things first, you have your left and right spool selector here for the ink ribbon, and that will allow it to move in the opposite direction. But the thing that confused me most about this was trying to, I guess, thread the ribbon through the main unit forks here, and unfortunately I thought it was that you put them between these two sections here. I had it wrong the first time and I couldn't find any reference photos, but here's what I did. What you want to do in order to raise, I guess, the ink fork teeth here is to press the caps and the caps lock, which will move this out of the way slightly. You do not put the ribbon between these two teeth. It's actually supposed to go around the back of these two here, and then it comes around and goes under this loop here. So I had it between, then under, when actually it's supposed to be around both these, under both these. And then obviously the second thing to do is to put it between the spool guides here. And that's pretty much all you have to do in terms of putting the ribbon on the typewriter. When it comes to winding off the excess ribbon for the new one, you just pick whichever select you like, which has the least ribbon, in this case the left one, and you just wind and wind and wind to your heart's content. This may take an obscene amount of time. From what I've seen, sometimes there's a kind of release frame around this, sort of like a door. In the case of my ribbon spools, there's a slight button here which pops open this retainer. I should say it's more of a hinge, which is part of the ribbon guide. So you push that and lift off. Same again on this side, push down and lift off. And then you just go down and over. Down, down, and over and out. And that is how you remove the ink ribbon spools and the ribbon. In terms of the original spools themselves, they have this slight hook which will pierce and attach the ribbon onto it. They did originally come with some eyelets, which I think, depending on which model, that's the one that you'll need to keep. But from what I've seen with most videos, you cut off the eyelet because that can cause all these bumps and indents on the ribbon, which I really do not like. And it's pretty straightforward. Just pierce a hole, put it on the spool, and then get winding, which can take a while. Much easier to do on the actual typewriter. I tried to do this by hand. It takes a very long time. And yeah, transferring them from the single-use replacement spools versus these original ones. The original ones, always use them, always keep them if you can. As for putting the ink ribbon bobbins back on, same again, you just want to hold this lever out of the way, or in case of some of them, a full cage. Slide it over, put it between the ribbon guide there. Some videos talk about using tweezers, which, let's be honest, does help, but as Tom Hanks said, just get used to the ribbon ink. Wind the ribbon ink spool up a tiny bit, don't need all that excess, and install it on the other one after pushing that out of the way and lining it up with the guide. And as I mentioned before, the trick with my particular typewriter, the Imperial 55, which probably applies to the other ones, is that you want to go around these two prongs, not between, and then under these two hooks on each side, and that is how it goes back together. I couldn't find any reference photos for this. Most of them have full loops, both top and bottom, but yeah, this is what I do. Over the top and down. Over the top and down. And then under each hook on each side. Onto each hook. And once you have the ribbon over the back of these two in the middle and under both hooks and between the spool reel guidance prongs,